Look who's just rolled up. Can't park for shit. 5 hours later, he's here.
If it weren't for the bloody hillbillies, mate. The old hillbillies wanted to see the old rocks.
I know. You right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet.
I'm here, finally.
Should we go get some food?
Yeah, mate.
So that is me and Jed, absolutely stuffed with an all-you-can-eat breakfast. Both in the motors now. We're going to head to the first venue. Stay tuned.
Watch this video. Let's get him up to that magic 1,000.
I'm filming you, you filming me.
There we go, guys.
Alright? Here we are. Peg 1. Peg 1, Paviots Mill. We're gonna have it off, ladies and gentlemen. If you've watched previous vlogs of mine, you'll have seen me and Big Leon fished here. Not this peg, but this venue. Leon had an absolute belting session. So, by way of picking sides of the swim, we're gonna have to come up with something, because I know which side Jed wants, and I know which side I want. So stay tuned. So then, by means of deciding which swim side we're going on, I just picked the left, Jed picked the right, so yeah, it's about as complicated as it went in the end. We were going to sort of come up with some sort of, I don't know, either flicking a lead into a bucket or some sort of fancy way of drawing it, but we both got here. I know Jed was looking at the right hand side anyway, and upon sort of getting here and looking around, I quite fancy the left anyway, so simplest way. Lead of the left, Jed to the right. So yeah, let's get some kit unloaded. Get fishing, innit? Let's go. So here it is, guys, a small selection of what Dissolvables has on offer. We've got these bags which contain 25 flavoured pre-tied bags of pellet, and also in there, I don't know if you can just see there, you get a little bait smoke in there as well. A selection of pop-ups, other bait smokes there. More bags. So yeah, we're going to get our teeth into some of these over the weekend, but this is the one I'm going to be concentrating on, the Juicy Plum. Right, let's have a little look in this Juicy Plum PVA dunk. So look at the colour of that. Basically, the easiest way I could describe it is like, you know, when you're a kid and you get those little pots of slime that your parents never let you play with because it gets stuck in your clothes. Well, that is it. Now, I know people say the old smell-o-vision, but I'll be honest, guys, this absolutely smells delicious. Very, very sweet from what it smells of. And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't go far wrong with a bit of crispy duck. Bit of plum sauce. You got the pop-ups. Juicy Plum 12mm pop-ups. Now I think this colour here could be, I'm not going to use the word game changer because it's overused, but these, yeah, literally something different. I mean, how many companies produce purple hook baits? I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. Nutrabaits, I think they do one. But yeah, other than that, not really many companies do purple. And then we'll open up the bag, which I've not even opened up yet. Have to excuse the shake in a minute. Of pre-tied PVA bags. Now these will be brilliant on day sessions, long sessions, you know, especially, you know, if the weather's not great and you don't want to be fart-assing about tying up PVA little mesh bags in the rain. Yeah, they got a good little smell to them as well. Not sure if it says on here. I'm gathering these are probably 6mm pellet by the look of it. 6mm. There's some slightly smaller ones, and there's 6 and 4mm, I reckon, off the top of my head. And then yet again, in that bag, you get a little pot, or bottle I should say, of luminous bait smoke. Alright, finally made a decision how I'm going to fish. First rod I'm going to put out will be just a basic hair rig, coated hair, coated braid. That's a size 6 ESP trig hammer hook. Straight out the bag, nutsy bottom bait from Southwest Baits. And then we've got the dissolvable Juicy Plum pop-up. So we can stick that in the bushwhacker. We'll put a bit of boilie, some pellet, bit of liquid, get it out there, and I think this one's going to go straight out to the island spot. Next one to go out, exactly the same rig, nutsy bottom bait, but I've got a nutsy 12mm white pop-up on this one. We'll give this one a go. So third rig going out, IQD rig with a white wafter. Right, so the rods are all sorted with the leaders, leads on. Bushwhacker is all set up, 3 metre sections. Rigs are ready to go. Now all we've got to do is prep some bait.
I can't believe how expensive they are though. The sections rip off, isn't it? Does Mel know how much you paid for it? Of course she does. They'll come and stand.
No, she does, she does.
Does she?
Yeah.
I have to fucking sweeten my missus up so I can get fucking fishing gear. Spent fucking £3.5 yesterday on a new sofa and flooring.
Was ya?
Fucking brownie points, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
Fail.
Hey?
Fail. Take that end off.
Oh, done that before. Have you used one of these?
Nope.
They're a twat. You get a couple of sections.
Don't tell me yet, because I'm gonna video you and ask you some questions. You do your video first.
There?
Look. There's about 6 or 7 fish.
Are you actually joking?
No. You not see him?
No. So we've got Jedi Carper here, trying to get the hang of the baiting pole. It is really a head. I'm not going to say a head, but it's a bit of a mess because, yeah, it's yeah, we've seen like so many fish like swimming through here now. I've just whacked 2 zigs out. I've got one out off the island over here, which is on the bottom, and then as I put that out, the fish swimming along that far margin through here is ridiculous. So we've whacked some zigs out now. Well, I've whacked 2 out anyway. Jed's just trying to get this one out. He's not succeeding.
I wanted it over there, but
yeah, it's supposed to be over here, but we're ending up over there. Just have that as your middle one then, mate.
I'm only putting 2 out.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I've whacked 2 zigs out now, so fingers crossed. Got one at 6 foot and one at 7 foot. So pretty near the surface, which is where we've seen them. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. See some fish, hopefully. So then, nothing to report on this afternoon. We had 2 zigs out for probably about 2 or 3 hours. We did actually have a touch on one of them. We watched a couple of fish come up to where the zig was. I've literally got it just under depth, so literally watched a couple of fish stop, all of a sudden spook. So I think they probably went to take it, but then obviously didn't. Haven't really seen any fish in the swim since then, but I've redone the 2 zig rods and now out on the bottom with the rigs I showed earlier. So all rods are on the deck, baited up, decent areas. We're fishing. We're going to get some tea on. Jed's cooking himself a lovely spag bowl. I'm probably going to put some hot dogs on. Yeah, as you can see, behind, absolutely lovely evening. I mean, you couldn't wish for better weather, to be honest. Previous sessions I've been a bit unlucky, you know, with the weather. But yeah, perfect fishing conditions. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Melvin, do you mind? I'm just vlogging to the camera.
Sorry.
Hang on. I don't know if you guys can see. This is my wife there, look, on the old messenger.
Hi guys.
Probably won't pick it up. All right, guys.
Hi guys. How
Right,
you doing?
hang on. Right, I'm just going to flick you off and speak to her. So, catch you in a bit. Hang on, lover. All right, Jed.
What's up, mate?
What's the day today?
Good Friday.
So what does that mean this weekend is?
Easter bank holiday. 3 o'clock.
Easter weekend.
Oh, thanks.
Happy Easter, Jed. Show everyone what you got.
Top
Mini
man,
eggs,
cheers, mate,
Easter egg.
I ain't got you one.
No, but I can't eat it anyway because I'm dairy intolerant. But
Well,
thanks anyway.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, can't have dairy.
Well,
that's another
I
story.
forgot.
Right, so as you guys might have seen throughout this vlog, I've mentioned the company Dissolvables. Obviously showed you a few of their products they've got available. And yeah, the reason for that is I'm a team member at Dissolvables. Applied for a position on the promotional team and yeah, was accepted by Luke Meehan, who is their new sort of team manager, social media manager, promotion manager. Yeah, so basically he's running, you know, sort of the promotional side of it. The Outlaw Pro thing, yeah, that didn't work out. I'll admit, wasn't happy with the bait, to be honest. Inconsistent, not what I'd expected it to be. I tried to raise a few issues with the guys that were sort of running the, you know, the promo team there, but just sort of basically fell on deaf ears. They weren't really willing to listen to any sort of constructive criticism. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it. So yeah, like I say, not the worst bait I've ever used, but certainly not what I was hoping, if I'm honest. So yeah, going forward, I've made a switch. Yeah, people will probably thinking, oh, another bait company, this and that, but I've got to be happy with what I'm fishing with at the end of the day. And yeah, you know, being on a promotional team with a company, it obviously gives you that little bit of saving. So any money I can save, you know, throughout my fishing, you know, sort of sessions, my, you know, through the year is great. So, but yeah, I'm not just willing to sit on a team and get cheap bait if basically what you're using is cheap, not good quality bait. So yeah, going forward, going to give the dissolvables a sort of go. They've got some boilies released just over this last week actually, which is now live on the website. So yeah, three types of boilies there. Obviously, as you've seen with the various PVA bags pre-tied, the bait smokes, the pop-ups, Luke's assured us there is so much more to come from this company. So yeah, guys, yeah, head over to their website, have a look at what they got on offer. I'm sure there's something there for everyone. So yeah, looking forward to this, and yeah, we're going to see what the journey brings. But at present, I've got bait left over from other brands, so I'm using that sort of alongside the dissolvable stuff. So yeah, this blog will be a bit of a mix and match of different bits and bobs here and there, but yeah, going forward after these next 2 sessions, it's, you know, full steam ahead with Luke and the team over at Dissolvables. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for more crappy content. Good morning. Nothing to report on through the night. Jed's still asleep, so I don't know whether he had anything. I'm kind of guessing he hasn't, because I'm pretty sure he would have given me a shout. Didn't hear anything. No knocks, no touches. So yeah, quiet night, good night's sleep. So that's always a bonus. But really chilly this morning. Bit of a frost on everything. Quite a thick fog across the lake early this morning. So temperatures dropped right down during the night. But yeah, I was alright, nice and cozy in my sleep system. So gonna leave the rods where they are. Normally they say bite times between like early hours of the morning till sort of late morning, midday. So obviously gonna leave the rigs out where they are at the moment. Probably might leave them there till mid-afternoon. If I see any fish coming through the swim like we did yesterday afternoon, then I'll probably chuck them all out on zigs for the afternoon, because I think that's the closest we got yesterday to, you know, getting a bite, getting a take when those 2 fish spooked on the zig I had out there. So that's the sort of plan of attack today. I'm going to get a couple of zigs made up, some new ones, because the ones I was using yesterday were just ones out my zig bin. So I think we'll tie some fresh ones up. Probably make them over depth, to be honest, because the fish were right on the surface. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my floater kit. I even said to Jed, I literally said to Mel, oh, I should probably take it. I said, but I've never sort of seen the fish on the top like we did yesterday here. I mean, granted, I haven't fished here a huge amount of times, but yeah, they were definitely cruising through it, you know, right on the top of the surface, just, you know, soaking up the sun. So we'll now, bear in mind, I've always got the option. I only live 10 minutes away, so I could always go over and get my floater kit. So that's an option. But yeah, we'll play it by ear. I'll keep you guys sort of posted what we do, if we do any changes and that. I'm just
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So here we are. We've had the zigs out for a few hours and we've had nothing. So for this evening, we are going to switch it back to the bottom, and here we go. So I'm going with the old faithful Ronnie rigs. We've got yellow, we've got white, we've got match the hatch. So what I'm going to do, I've pimped me mix a bit since yesterday. I've added a few different sort of flexor, boilie and pellet in there. So as you can see, yesterday it was pretty much all yellow, but now we've put some different boilie and pellet in there. So if you can sort of, let me just try and hold this a minute. Right, there we go. Right, so fish that one over there. Lovely. Matches the red boilies. Bosh. Fish that one over it. Matches the yellow boilies. Fish that one over there. Matches nothing but sticks out a little bit. So yeah, what I'm going to do, we're going to put these out. It's obviously Saturday evening. We're here till Monday, but these are going out over that in the bait pole, and they will be staying out now until I leave Monday morning, because a lot of people say you're better off sitting on your hands, baiting the areas, fishing the areas you want, and sitting on your hands. I must admit, I found that pretty hard so far, because we've seen fish cruising in the upper layers on the surface, and I could not put a zig out. But unfortunately, we've had nothing on the zigs, so we're going back to basics on the deck over a bed of bait, and we're going to leave it. So that will be left for approximately pretty much 36 hours. The only thing I will do is probably maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon for the night ahead, just put, you know, catapult a few loose boilies out over the top. But the actual rigs themselves, I'm leaving out. I know these rigs will be fishing effectively. The pop-ups are going to hold up, so there's no reason to bring them in. And that's all I can say, really. I'll give you a bit of the old footage of me bait poling them out. So what we're going to do is, I haven't shown you, I don't know if I actually shown you yesterday where I was fishing. So let's just run through that quickly. So as of before putting the zigs out earlier, I had one off of this island this side, I had one up this channel, and then I had one off that island there. So I'm sticking with the one off that island, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it back a little bit. I'm going to bring it back because I did notice there was some coots and some ducks diving over my bait, sort of, you know, this morning. So I think I might be just a little too close to the island. As for this channel up here, that's fine. I'll stick with that channel right in the middle there. As for this island down the left, I'm going to switch it from this side of the island to this side. Now, as you would have seen in footage previously, I had a little lead around here earlier, and I scattered a few of, you know, the boilies loosely around this corner of the island. So I'm just thinking that hopefully the fish, you know, if they come through this channel, they're going to come off this island a bit. It is pretty deep through the middle of this channel. With the marker float earlier, it's 6.5 foot deep, so plenty deep enough to hopefully avoid the ducks and the coots and the grebes and various other bird life you've got here sort of going down on the bait. That's all I can say, really. So yeah, stay tuned for the footage of getting these out, and then fingers crossed, touch wood, that will be it until we get a fish, hopefully either through the night or tomorrow morning, or tomorrow daytime, tomorrow evening, or even Monday morning before we move on to the next venue. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Oh, that's a fucking tight one. tight on that one.
So Levi,
Hello.
how would you rate the old bushwhacker then? Now you've had it for a little while.
It's yeah, it's a really good bit of kit if you can get the hang of using it.
In what way?
When you get to a certain distance, the easiest way to explain it, left is right and right is left.
Yeah, I think I found that issue yesterday. It was I just couldn't get it to where I wanted it.
Yeah, no, it is. You've got to try and keep it as straight as you can, obviously as far as you can. But if it starts to go off course, you've almost got to sling it the other way to get it to go the way you want.
So do you weight them then?
Yeah, definitely.
You much prefer it over a bait boat? If you could use a bait boat or this, you know, if you was at a water where you could use both, would you prefer this over a bait boat?
I'm not sure I prefer it.
Because we see a lot of people moving over to these bushwhackers now, don't we?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I think a lot of it is, I want to say it's like, it's in vogue or it's cool or whatever to use a bushwhacker.
Right.
Especially with like the Nash boys using it, which seem to appeal to the youngsters, doesn't it?
Right,
but
I'm just going to come behind you so that they can have a look at it.
yeah, so you can see the bow there. If I want it to go left, I've got to push it to the right.
Okay.
See?
So where are you aiming for?
That way.
Okay.
So I'm swinging it over that way a little.
So you've got to go right to
Got to go
left,
right.
left to go right.
Yeah.
So why did you just shake it?
So I've seen Ollie David. Right. So this is literally where I want it. Yeah. So I'm going to tip it now.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Excellent.
So,
Right. Me and Jed are just having a bit of a chuckle. I literally just done 2 or 3 minutes waffling and I forgot to press record. So right, here we go. So you've just seen me get those 2 rods out with a baiting pole. This 3rd rod that's going to go out for the night, I'm going to use Jed's bait boat. I ain't got enough sections to get out there. So yeah, it's too far. So yeah, normally, you know, if Jed wasn't here or I didn't have a bait boat available to me, then yeah, I would cast it up there. But this water is so spooky, you know, cagey, the fish on here. The least amount of disturbance you can do, the better. So I'm just, yeah, for the sake of it, I'm just going to go right up that channel there between them 2 islands and I'm just going to bait boat it. So yeah, we'll do a bit of the old footage and we'll drop that, and then you can see where I've got all 3 rods, and those rods are going to stay there until Monday morning when we leave. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to get some fish on the bank on the vlog. Good morning. So, second night, nothing to report. Those rods are staying out where they are until tomorrow when we go on to the next venue. Done everything else, like I said yesterday. So now we're just going to play the sitting on our hands and waiting game. The only thing I may do, which I probably will do, is just later on, I'll just get the throwing stick out, the catapult, and just throw a bit of boilie over where my rigs are. But other than that, the rigs are staying where they are. Yeah, same for Jed, nothing to report. I think he's doing exactly the same.
So yeah, it's going to be not a lot of footage from today. No point in, you know, showing you rigs, areas, spots, baiting, etc, etc. So there really is no point in filming anything unless we have a fish out, which we're going to. We're going to have some fish out. I know it. It's coming. It's coming. They're coming. So yeah, stay tuned for that fish on the bank. So that's the end of the Paviots mill session. We didn't catch anything. We literally left our rods in till the bitter end. We was off at 10:30, so we kept the rods in till 20 past 10. Quick pack down. I shot home, had a quick shower, freshened me food up a bit. You know, topped it up, I should say, not freshened it. I freshened myself up, topped me food up, and now we are on the next venue. So, not too sure when these are going out, but this one should be out relatively soon after I've finished. The session after that I'm on now is going to be probably a couple of weeks after that. So yeah, please watch this one. Enjoy as normal. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please subscribe. Oh, a little knock on my rod then. We're all set up on the other venue now, see, which you'll see in the next vlog. So yeah, like, subscribe, you know, share my videos, watch them, please comment on them like as normal. If you see me on the bank, then please come and say hello. We'll have a chit chat. It's always nice making new friends and out on the bank. So I'm going to leave this one here. We've drawn another blank at Paviots, but hey ho, as far as I'm aware, I was speaking to the girl on the way out. There wasn't many fish come out this weekend. So and the main thing is Jed didn't catch one next to me. So if he did, I'd have been happy for him, but I would also have been pretty pissed off. But there we go. Right, so I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next vlog.